What's up, world? It's me again. Checking in. Gonna give you a USC-Georgia recap video, like I told you we was gonna be doing. Hopefully, you watched our video of our predictions, and we're gonna kind of talk about what we got right and what we got wrong. First of all, I think we were pretty much right in saying that Georgia's gonna run the ball. They ran the ball so heavy, and really we didn't stop it all that well. Um, but like we've had for the past couple years, we've got a bend but don't break defense. So we give up a lot of yards, but we don't give up a lot of points, and it's always an accomplishment when you can hold Georgia to no touchdowns, because they got 6 points on two field goals. So that was huge. Obviously the big story of the game was Marcus Lattimore, freshman running back, South Carolina, 37 carries, 182 yards. Just a magnificent performance in his first SEC game. Some fans out there already anointing him the next Heisman winner. I'm not going to go that far, but this definitely such a good performance. Mark May, I think, called him the best freshman running back in the country on ESPN. So this kid has a lot of hype. He's definitely a star in the making. And the scary thing is he's only going to get better. So SEC teams better watch out, because a lot more trains coming to your town, and it's not slowing down for anybody. Garcia had a good game. 13 for 17. He didn't throw the ball that much. He didn't really need to. He had Lattimore getting about 5-6 yards a pop every time he touched the ball. But 13 for 17, had 130 something yards, I believe. I don't like to use this term, but he managed the game. And he did it well, and he did what he needed to do. I'm sure some fans were a little disappointed that he didn't get to see people like Ace Sanders getting explosive plays, but that's just not what the game dictated. So overall, it was a good day. Connor Shaw didn't play any. Like I said, it just really wasn't just a fit for him to come in the game. And the score was not indicative of what the game was. I mean, we absolutely overmatched Georgia the entire game. Our offensive line pretty much bull rushed their defensive line all game long. Obviously, if Lattimore had 182 yards, we made their defensive line look like a bunch of girls. So that was nice to see our offensive line improving. Like I said, this is only game two, so theoretically that should only get better. Special teams was good. Lanning had some really good punts and pinned him down inside the 20 a couple times and inside the 10 one time. So we pretty much won the field position battle all game long. Georgia, I was really impressed with their freshman quarterback. He's going to be good. The guy's got a cannon for an arm. He can make a lot of throws. But again, it was his first game on the road in the ACC, and it was just really a recipe for them to lose. And it worked out in Carolina's favor. Obviously, AJ Green didn't play, and people for now are going to look and say, well, Green didn't play, but 10 years from now, it's not going to matter who played. When you have a magical season, you got to catch some breaks, and we were lucky that we got to play Georgia the second game of the year and didn't have to face AJ Green, because they had the ball in the red zone a lot, and he's their go-to guy, tar receiver, and catch the fade. Unfortunately, they didn't have anybody like that, so they had to settle for some field goals. Ely had a good game. Like I said, we really had a hard time stopping him, but again, we have that bend but don't break defense, and we can hold when we count. We can hold them when it counts. So overall, it was a good game. I think there still need to be some improving, especially on the kickoffs. Our kickoffs are not very good. We kicked one out of bounds, and they're struggling to reach the 15. So when you get to facing teams like Alabama and Florida and Auburn, teams with speed, that'll really hurt you. So I think we need to improve on that a little bit. I'd like to see the defense not give up so many yards. They were on the field a lot during the game, it seemed like. But, I guess what's important is they don't give up the points, but it would be nice to see them get a little bit more of a break throughout the game. I'd like to see the offense continue to have long, just pounding drives that last. Our first drive lasted almost 9 minutes to start the game, so that was wonderful to see. Hadn't seen that in a while. Overall, I would give the performance probably a B. I think Spurs finally coming around to realizing that the SEC has sort of changed, and you kind of have to do your play calling according to who you have, and we've got one of the best running backs, I would say, right now in the SEC, freshman or not. Lattimore, he's such a beast. He runs with his shoulders square, and he was dragging Georgia defenders down the field all game long. So it's nice to see him kind of swallow some pride and not want to throw the ball everywhere, and feed the ball to the run backs whenever they're on a roll. So that's just a little recap. We play Furman next week, so that really shouldn't be any problem. We just got to keep our head on tight. We jumped in the AP poll from 24, I believe, to number 13, which is a huge jump. So I hope that they can not be this week's Virginia Tech and lose to James Madison, because we obviously play Furman. So hopefully they can just keep level-headed and play and know that Auburn's on the rise. That'll be a tough game, our first road game. That'll be a hostile environment. So I just need to take care of business next week with Furman. Hopefully we can get away with no major injuries, and just look forward to the rest of the season. So I think the future's bright, and that's a good time to be a Gamecock. We've got a lot of weapons, and I really feel that this is our year to win the East. We've already beat one of the big three in Florida, Georgia, and Tennessee. I know Tennessee's down and Georgia's down, but you still got to beat them to win the East. So we've already got one. Florida struggled a little bit with South Florida, even though they ended up kind of blowing them out. It was tight late in the third quarter, and Tennessee held on with Oregon for a little while. So it's definitely not going to be an easy road, but we've got all the pieces in place to have a magical run. So we just got to keep focused, and it'll be exciting to see what's coming up. Sometime this week we're going to try to get you a video with a prediction for the Furman game, and what we think is going to happen in that game, and who we think are going to be maybe a key player, or what we need to do to win. Obviously, they shouldn't have any problem with Furman, but you never know. That Virginia Tech shouldn't have had a problem with James Madison either, and a couple years ago Michigan shouldn't have had a problem with App State. So it's definitely don't need to look past them. Hopefully you're enjoying the videos that we're doing so far. We're going to have many more this season. And just be on the lookout and check back weekly. We're going to be putting new stuff up, and as always, tell us if you agree with us or if you disagree with us. Obviously, my boy Jay Will's not with me right now, but he'll be in the next one, and let us know what you think. Comment, feedback is always appreciated. So until next time, see ya.